So today we are looking at essentially how can someone that is vegetarian or vegan make sure that they are really meeting their nutritional needs. Our previous one was really looking at it from a point of view of just anyone in particular, but now we're focusing directly on vegans and vegetarians mainly. So I know, Elwin, I've talked to you about this because my daughter's a vegetarian and I've been very concerned or worried to make sure that she's actually getting all of her macros and her micros that she is. So, what would you say, or where would you say, is the first step for someone to begin looking at to make sure that they're getting what they need?
Well, yeah, good question. So before I get into that, I want to address the responses I can just hear from some people. So first of all, obviously, if you are, a meat eater, oh, let's put it the other way. If you're a vegetarian or vegan, you're probably not watching my podcast anymore. I used to have a big following of vegan people, but you might be. So let me just address the potential arguments, the potential disagreements that might come up right at the outset. So, first of all, whenever you're restricting your diet to any degree, nutritional deficiencies are more likely. Um, we could, and maybe if there's demand for it, we will do an episode at some point about the nutrients that you're more likely to be deficient in if you're a carnivore. And there would also be a list there, right? It's a different list, but it is a list nonetheless. So, first of all, please don't feel like you're being persecuted. And that Chrissy's coming from like a 1950s kind of perspective of, oh my God, what if you don't eat, you're immediately going to die. It's not that. It's actually because Chrissy is well informed in the nutrition world, and she knows what I just said, right? Whenever you're restricting your diet, the nutritional deficiencies are always more likely. That's the first thing. Second thing, for anyone who doesn't really know me that well, who hasn't known me for a long time, you may not know this about me. For the first 4 years of my life, I was vegan. Between 0 and 4, I was vegan. Then between 4 and about 27, I was vegetarian. And then between 27 and 35, I was vegan again. So, and I'm now 44 at the time of filming this. So, this is not coming from a place of a meat eater talking down to vegetarians or vegans who hasn't given it a proper go.